So, I wanted to talk to you about the one thing that we all have that can either be a very destructive force in our life or can create the life that you've been dreaming about. And again, we all have this thing. So, oftentimes we feel at the mercy of life. It's like, oh man, everything's just not working for me. I have really bad luck. Or we think that person, they've got really good luck. Look at them, everything works out. And I'm going to tell you the trick. And this is the one thing that if you could master it, then your life is back in your control again, and you begin to be the creator. And it's something that you've used many, many, many times in your life. All of the things that you have created in your life have all stemmed from this one thing. Even the bad, even the good, all of it. Okay, and this is called the imagination. And we see it, in children, right? We are naturally inclined towards having this incredible imagination where we can dream up the most amazing infinite possibilities. And here's the problem. Many of us waste this incredible tool that is designed for creating, for inspiration, for utilizing your desires and kind of getting clearer about them, painting pictures in the mind so that eventually they can become tangible and manifest as your life. So there's this really wonderful way to use the imagination, and we often do this where we utilize our imagination to picture that dreamy relationship, and then we start to open ourselves up to that possibility, and next thing you know, we run into the man or woman of our dreams. And we could use this towards our ideal job or whatever it is that we want to create. But here's the problem, is most of us have mastered the art of utilizing our imagination for imagining the worst case scenario. So every moment of every day, we're thinking about all of the uncertainty and the infinite possibilities that lie ahead of us throughout the day or tomorrow or next week. And we all kind of have this, these infinite possibilities that reside within that moment. And most of us, when we're thinking about the future, we let our imagination run wild with all the possible things that could go wrong. And that's where we utilize this incredible tool of the imagination to get super creative in what could possibly go wrong. In fact, we'll follow it to every single angle, all the different possibilities of what could go wrong so we can prepare. And then we think in preparing, look at us, we're super prepared. And now when things go wrong, because again, we created the grooves and the energy all went there, when it actually works out the way that we decided, then all of a sudden we go, well, thank God we prepared. Instead of utilizing this incredible tool of the imagination to go, what are all the possibilities of what could go right? How could this come into the best case scenario? What are some of the incredible ways that this could work out that maybe I'm not even capable of coming up with, right? Because I haven't exercised this part of my imagination. This is again a tool, and oftentimes we've gotten so good at mastery of what could go wrong that when I ask people to shift into telling me what could possibly go right, oh man, they got to think about it, and and they want to. They want to limit those possibilities to what seems feasible, to maybe what they've experienced before. So they allow for no room for infinite possibilities. They allow for no room for creation, which is what the imagination is there for. It is there as a tool of creation, and we've forgotten that. So we utilize our imagination as incredible, incredible creative tool towards creating what we don't want, giving all of the energy towards preparing for worst case scenario. And it doesn't feel good to be there. In fact, preparing for worst case scenario feels like contraction. It's resistance. The body contracts. It's an emotional contraction because we are designed to expand. We are designed to use our imagination towards creating something that maybe hasn't already been created, towards accessing inspiration and utilizing, desire. So we can utilize, the fear or the things that we don't want so that we can now anchor in what we do want. We can use it as contrast. You know, hey, I don't like this, so here's where I'm going to send my energy into creating the perfect picture of what I would want. And anyways, this is something that I've been thinking a lot about, and I urge you to spend some time today daydreaming. To sharpen the tool of imagination and to think about what if it all works out better than you're capable of imagining, and just sit with what could that feel like, what would that be like, and let me just spend time there instead of giving all of my energy and this creative tool, utilizing it towards what could go wrong. What if I spend all of my time and energy, or at least some and any, into exercising the imagination as a tool of creation, not of resistance, but of creation. And I start thinking about all the possibilities of what could go right. I'd love to hear some examples of maybe where you've done that recently or in the past, where you've sat down and you've imagined the most incredible possibilities and then they've come true. Also, I want to remind you, I am a life coach, so this inspiration came from a session that I had earlier today, and just thinking about the powerful imagination of my clients and what if we direct it in that positive way. I also do transformational retreats where we anchor in a lot of these tools. I would love for you to reach out to me, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for listening.